Endangered species. The world is full of magnificent and fascinating animals and creatures. Unfortunately, many of them are endangered species, which means that there are not many of them remaining in the world, and there is a danger of them becoming extinct, disappearing completely. Below are some examples of endangered species. The polar bear, or polar bears. The polar bear is one of the many unique animals in the world. It has a beautiful white coat of fur for camouflage, partly for protection, but largely to allow it to sneak up on its prey. Their typical prey are seals. The polar bear's coat also guards hairs that are water repellent. They are excellent swimmers, and a dense underfur for warmth. But under their fur, polar bears have black skin to soak up the sun's warming rays. Other specialized characteristics of the polar bear are short and furred snout, short ears, teeth specialized for eating meat rather than an omnivorous diet, and hair that covers the bottom of their feet. A full-grown adult male polar bear will weigh approximately 650 kilos, while a female will weigh about half as much to as little as a third as much. The polar bear can only be found in the northern hemisphere. Tigers. Tigers are the largest member of the cat family and are renowned for their power and strength. They are in general nocturnal hunters. They hunt at night, and their striking markings enable them to blend easily with their habitat where they live. In the wild, tigers generally feed on larger and medium-sized animals such as deer, water buffalo, wild boar, and tapirs. Tigers hunt alone and ambush their prey like other cats do, overpowering them from any angle, using their body size and strength to knock large prey off balance. They are native to Asia, but unfortunately, hunting and forest destruction have reduced the tiger population to less than 2,500 today, and they are now considered an endangered species. Tigers are hunted as trophies, and also for body parts that are used in traditional Chinese medicine. Whales. Whales are large, magnificent, intelligent, aquatic mammals. They breathe air through a blowhole on the top into their lungs. Unlike fish who breathe using gills, whales have sleek, streamlined bodies that move easily through the water. They are the only mammals, other than dugdons, manatees, that live their entire lives in the water, and the only mammals that have adapted to life in the open oceans. They are the biggest animal in the world, some as tall as a 9-story building, even bigger than any of the dinosaurs were. Many whales migrate over long distances every year, some in groups, or we call them pods, from cold water feeding grounds to warm water breeding grounds. Some whale species are endangered because of hunting that still exists in countries such as Japan and Norway. The gorilla. Gorillas are the largest of the living primates. Primates means monkeys. Very closely related to humans. They live in the forests of Africa, and move by walking on their knuckles. Their lifespan is between 30 to 50 years, and they are omnivorous. They eat fruit, leaves, shoots, and sometimes insects. One other characteristic they share with humans is that they have individual fingerprints. Silverbacks, an adult male gorilla, are strong troop leaders. Each silverback typically leads a group of between 5 to 30 gorillas and is the center of attention. They make all the decision, mediate conflicts, determine the movement of the group, lead the others to feeding sites, and take responsibility for the safety and well-being of the troop. Gorillas are considered an endangered species and have been subject of intense poaching for many years. Poaching is hunting them. The koala. The koala is a marsupial that is native to Australia. They live most of their lives in the eucalyptus trees of Australia, and it is the only leaf that they eat. They do not drink, but instead obtain moisture they need from the eucalyptus leaves. Because of the low protein content in these leaves and their slow metabolic rate, the koala usually sleeps for 19 hours per day. Contrary to the popular belief, their fur is coarse, it's not soft, and it's not cuddly. They are sometimes mistakenly called koala bears, but in fact they are not members of the bear family. In recent years, the koala population has come under threat from the ever-increasing encroachment of humans into their habitat and the appearance of disease, chlamydia, which for there is no cure. There is no cure for chlamydia. So when they get chlamydia, they die. The Andean condor. The Andean condor is a vulture-like species of bird. It is one of the largest flying birds and inhabits the open grasslands and alpine areas in high mountain regions of western South America. The adult condor is of a uniform black, with the exception of a frill of white feathers nearly surrounding the base of the neck, and especially in the males, large patches or bands of white on the wings. It has a wingspan of up to 3.5 meters, and it can soar incredibly gracefully up to heights of 5,000 meters. They are experts at using the updrafts created by the mountains and valleys to cover large areas while foraging. Many condors have died from pesticides. This is what we spray on fruit and vegetable to protect them, that are carried through the food chains. The number of Andean condors has decreased rapidly in recent years, but rescue attempts are being made through captive breeding programs. They are trying to breed them inside a protected area.